Now I'm going to do the last couple problems here after the proofs. I see this is a isosceles triangle. Pretty easy to see because these two lines are these two segments are congruent. So that would make these two angles congruent. If this is 54, this is also 54, and I know all three have to add up to be 180. So I say 54 plus 54 plus x equals 180. 54 and 54 is 108. Subtract 108, and I get x equals 72. Alright, so I see that this angle and this angle are a linear pair, or correspond, supplementary angle, excuse me. So if this is 120, say let's call this x. 120 plus x equals 180. Subtract 120, x equals 60. So that's really 60. Now if I realize that one angle is 60, then I don't have to figure out the other angles because they're all going to be 60. But if you didn't figure that out, then you could have been like, alright, these two angles, or these two side lengths are going to be equal, which makes both of these equal, and then you subtract this from 180 divided by 2, you get 60. Now, if this angle is 60, then this angle is 60, because they're vertical angles. And then from there, we know that all the rest of these angles are 60. And then if this angle is 60, then this angle is 60, because they're also vertical angles. So x equals 60. I shouldn't call this x, because this was already x. But that's what we have. Alright, this one's a little tricky. Because it tells us that this angle is 90 degrees, which means that if whatever this is, this angle might not be equal to this angle. So I'm going to say that if this side is equal to this side, then this angle 68 is also 68 down here, and I can find, we'll call this angle x. 68 plus 68 plus x equals 180. 68 and 68 is 136 plus x. Subtract 136. I get x equals 44. Alright, so if this is 44 and they have to add up to be 90, these two, then this has to be 46. Just subtract 44 from 90 and you get 46. And then we say that angle 2 is equal to 4x minus 2. Well, we want to figure out what x is, and if we know the whole angle is 46 here, we say 4x minus 2 equals 46. Add 2, add 2. 4x equals 48. Divide by 4. You get x equals 12. That one's a little tricky. Alright, and the very last two, if we have this angle being 50 and then these two sides being equal, we know the whole angle, m and n together, is equal to this angle over here. So this would be n also, and this would be m. Now, if I know that this is 50 and these two big angles are going to be equal, we'll call these two angles mn. So I have 50 plus mn plus another mn right there. That equals 180. I'm going to subtract 50. And I have two mn's, two angles that are m and n put together. That equals 130. Divide by 2. Mn together is 65 degrees. Now, if we look at just this triangle, this is another isosceles triangle, and this is 90 degrees. So I know that angle N plus angle 90 plus angle N has to equal 180. So I have N plus 90 equals 180. Subtract 90. And I get 2 N's equal 90. Divide by 2, N equals 45. 45 is N. And if the whole thing is 65, then I take 65 minus 45 and I get 20 for N. M. Last one. If this is 125 and I know these two are a linear pair, being supplementary angles, they have to add up to be 180. So I have 125 plus x equals 180. Now if x equals 55, then we know this angle right here, that's also 55. And then if this is 55 and this is 55, then another 125 has to add up with 55 to make 180 straight line. So all we have to figure out is y. We say 55 plus y equals 180. Put the 55s together, you get 110. Subtract 110. Y equals 70. And that's it.